Parents, I want to encourage you and challenge you with this thought that if you're watching this video, you're taking steps and an initiative to help your children grow in the Lord. This video is designed to help you as parents to be the primary faith givers to your kids. And Becca and I both know now as parents what it means to instill those values of faith and truth in our kids. And so parents, this is just a challenge to you to really take heart in knowing that God is with you as you parent your kids to know Him better. But this video series is designed to help you do that. Hi guys, welcome back. We're on Climber, part 3, and we're on to question number 4. Becca, what is it?
How do we experience God's love?
Well, there's a couple ways we do that. The first one is to give Him your life. And what that means is you surrender to Him to say, God, I'm all yours. I'll do what you want me to do as I grow in my relationship with you. It also means to trust and obey. Now, what does that mean to trust and obey?
To trust would mean that you know God will protect you, that you can come to Him about anything, and to obey Him, you can know by reading God's Word what that is, what you need to obey and do.
In the book of John, chapter 15, it talks about this type of dynamic, and it uses a word called abide, to abide in Him. But really, what does that word abide mean? It means to
stay close to Him.
Stay close, right? Just like a branch, it stays close to the trunk of the tree, it's connected. We need to stay connected to God. And that's what it means. Let's take a look at this verse.
I am the vine and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing.
So, you can see from God's Word how we experience God's love.
Yeah. So, it's trusting, it's just following Him, but it's growing in your faith, and it's what it means to be a climber. You're taking more steps, you're getting more involved in your relationship with God, and it's all about staying close to Him, staying close to God and His Word.
Good evening. Welcome back to another edition of Behind the Music. I'm your host, Wayne Bremington. Tonight we're going to take a look at the legend of Bobby's Pants.
But that's just it. Whose pants were they? They were Bobby's pants.
But he never wore them.
He would leave them everywhere.
Everywhere.
As a music historian, finding this footage was a rare treat.
He would do the craziest things.
Bobby's pants were the music.
They tell the story.
Man, I remember a time when Bobby tried to try on those pants. He thought no one was looking, but oh yeah, those were some crazy times.
You want to know what was hard about working with Bobby?
It was his pants!
In tonight's edition, you'll see in the lives of these musicians the power of music.
We were exploring all different kinds of genres.
And also the power of pants.
No one ever thought that it would be so successful and such a big hit in so many countries.
Come on, people, now. This is the time to unite over the revolution of the pants. And whose are these pants?
My pants. Whose pants are these? They're not my pants. They're not your pants. They're not Billy's pants, or Bobby's, or Timmy's. What's going on? Whose pants? Pants.
Man, everybody wanted to be in on that gig, you know.
Well, these are not my pants. I don't know whose they are. They smell a lot like Bobby's,
These are not my pants. How did they get in here? Well, I'm filling up with fear, 'cause these are not my pants.
You know, for most of my career, I didn't even wear pants.
Well, I'll never forget when I saw you standing there wearing pants. You were all alone. And I thought to myself, man, I wish I had those pants. But the problem was, those weren't my pants. I don't know whose pants they are, but I want them. I only know that I want them.
Knowing Bobby's pants was knowing Bobby himself. Well, you know, man, heavy metal is one way to go, but, not everybody can pull that off. But Bobby found a way.
These are not my pants. Whose pants are these anyway? These are not my pants.
I mean, Bobby and his pants were the inspiration.
Do you remember when young Bobby was a thing?
I mean, he was so young and full of life.
His hair was so long.
It didn't work without those pants.
The pants.
Over all those years, it just kept building.
Kept growing and growing until it became a legend.
It was legendary.
Legendary.
And you can't be a legend unless you are
legendary.
Legendary. Why wear pants if they're
Why wear pants?
If they're not Bobby's pants?
Ridiculous.
Bobby!
Hey! Bobby's pants.
Thank you for joining us tonight in this edition of Behind the Music. Be sure to tune in next week as we look at the lives of Norwegian flutists.
Hey there, we are on Climber question 5, and that is, what is truth?
We can know that God is truth. And God's word, his truth, informs us about all of life.
All of life.
Mm-hmm. And that truth is found where?
In God's Word.
Now, we can tell you that there's lots of verses that help us know this better. Take a look.
See what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called the children of God. Dear friends, now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we do know, when Christ appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
When we consider what truth is, and we're talking about truth that defines all of life, God's word, like I said, informs us about who we are, about who he is. That truth that's found in God's word paints a picture of how we can understand him better and grow in our faith. And as a climber, we're getting higher and higher in our relationship with God. We're growing in our faith. We're working our way up the trail. As hikers, we started on a trail that was pretty easy, and we're growing in our faith. And now as climbers, we're starting to get vertical. We're going up, we're climbing, we're doing more work. The responsibility is on us to take those steps. Becca, tell us about your daily devotional that you do. How does that help you understand God's truth?
Well, every day I'm reminded of what God's Word says, because I need reminded every day. It also helps keep me focused on what I need to do to obey him, and it reminds me on how I can trust him every day.
And there it is. That's question 5 in the climber section of our Summit Kids series. Well, that'll wrap it up for this part. We'll see you next time as we take a look at what it means to be a cliffhanger.